Hey guys, it's your boy Undead J from over at the Square Gamer. I hope you enjoy my review of Dead Nation. It's my favorite indie game of all time, and I think that it's one of PlayStation 4's best games of all time. So again, I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you inside. Later, guys. The first thing I must mention about Dead Nation is the striking visuals. The development team at Marque did an outstanding job at giving this top-down twin-stick shooter lots of style. Expect to hear a lot about Marque here on the Square Gamers because they are the masters of their craft. You will have a single map when you first start the campaign. Beating the map unlocks the next. There are 10 maps in total, everything from city landscapes to creepy carnivals, which so happen to be my favorite map. Maps are populated with lots of different infected, vehicles, and other types of hazards player can use at their disposal, which include electric fences and big grinders, just to name a few. The only real con I had with the game was something weird kept happening with my disposable weapons. It would prompt me that I was throwing down a flare when I was in fact laying down a automated turret. So I'm not sure why exactly that was happening, but that's one thing to note. And then the story was not that great. Speaking of story,
It's been more than a year since the outbreak. It took from me everyone I loved. If you get bitten, you become one of them. But not me. I didn't know why I was special and I didn't care. Just glad I wouldn't still be walking around when I was dead. But I wouldn't endure the pain of being eaten alive. If it came to that, I'd bite down on the capsule and be gone in seconds. But I'd run out of food and water, and my last barricade had fallen. There was an abandoned truck at the local gas station. I had to get to it.
the story isn't all that original or great. I wasn't a huge fan of the voice acting and found it to be rather dull. That being said, it wasn't terrible either. Society has fallen and is now populated with the living dead. A year later, the protagonist, which is either Jack McReady or Scarlet Blake depending on who you choose, are forced to go out and scavenge. They are somehow immune to the current strain of the virus. While scavenging, they run into an abandoned gas station. There they find an old radio, and there's a doctor on the other line of the transmission. He tells them that he works for the Ego Gate Pharmacy Company and that he is developing a cure but needs two things: a sample of their DNA and a tissue sample from patient 0 named Douglas Vane, the first human being to be infected. He then directs them to Merrill Hospital through the edge of the city. They fight their way through the city until they find the body, which was buried in a nearby graveyard. It is revealed that the body has been moved to the harbor docks via train. However, the body was moved again to Ravensfield Airport north of the harbor. So they head there, and after collecting Bane's head, they fly using an abandoned helicopter to the underground facility where they are welcomed by the doctor and told that they will be injected with a serum to be synthesized by their bodies, and they will be living sources of the cure. However, they're to be turned into biological weapons controlled by the company to do their bidding. Realizing that they have nothing to lose and there is no way out, they bite a cyanide capsule they have implanted inside their molar in case they are overwhelmed by zombies to prevent enduring the pain of being eaten alive. As the doctor notes that they are dying, he rushes to see what is happening, but the zombie virus has mutated and they have been infected, turning into zombies right after the capsules open. Their first kill is the doctor. Assuming the first-person nature of the narrative, it is implied that they have become sentient zombies. So there you have it. That's the story, folks. Like I said, it's not all that original. You know, the abandoned helicopter, the mad scientist. You know, it's got all the tropes here. But, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You're not playing this game for the story after all. It's all gameplay, guys. So, in conclusion, guys, Dead Nation is the best couch co-op game on the PlayStation 4, and it respects your time. Once you have blown through the campaign, there's plenty of reasons to come back. Arcade and Endless Mode will offer unlimited amounts of fun-filled zombie-killing action and will beg you to keep coming back for more. It receives our Square Gamer seal of approval and my personal recommendation. Hope you guys all enjoyed the review, and we'll see you next time on the Square Games.